Hi everyone, my name is Uttam. I'm the product manager for Cloud NGFW and Cloud Ideas. I'm joined today by my colleague David.
Thanks, Uttam. Hello, everyone. I'm David Tu, a customer engineer networking specialist with an emphasis in security. We are both very excited to take you through an overview of the cloud next generation firewall features. With that said, Uttam, want to kick us off?
Thanks, David. In order to bring simplicity and reliable security control to cloud workloads, we took a very different architectural approach with our firewall. The Cloud NGFW product is built as a fully distributed, managed firewall service that is integrated into our software-defined network. Customers can insert Cloud NGFW transparently into their workloads to get comprehensive security without operational overheads. The three tenets of Cloud Firewall are as follows. First, simplicity and scale. You get low latency inspection for high throughput traffic with zero routing changes. In addition, Google manages content auto-scaling and OS updates, making it drastically simpler to operationalize. Second, granular policies. Our hierarchical policies ensure top-down enforcement that cater to each level of your organization. This ensures precise control right from org-level admins to project admins. Our secure tags allows for micro-segmentation and faster remediation, especially during one of your high-priority incidents. The third tenet is advanced threat protection. We have integrated with market-leading threat intelligence from Palo Alto Networks and Google Threat Intelligence to protect against command and control attacks and malicious IPs. In addition, we are the only cloud provider to offer a native malware sandbox to protect against AI-generated threats. One of the key features we are introducing today is domain SNI filtering. This allows you to control access to and from web traffic based on layer 7 domains. We also support wildcard domains. For example, you can block workloads tagged as databases from accessing any subdomains under malicious sites like hashmalware.com. This steps up your security controls from an IP layer to the application layer. Another product we're also happy to introduce is the Advanced Malware Sandbox. This is the best-in-class malware sandbox solution that uses deep learning models to protect against day zero and unknown malware, including threats created by generative AI. It can prevent up to 99% of known and unknown malware and allows you to selectively block specific file types such as PDFs or exe files. Over to you, David.
Thanks, Uttam. Let's do a quick walkthrough on how to set everything up. The first step is to create a security profile. These profiles allow custom configurations specifying what features to use. We will configure the security profiles for threat, wildfire, and domain filtering. Each profile has a default setting. Customize the profile to change the default behavior to meet your enterprise requirements. For example, with wildfire, you can define submission rule for specific file types, override the default signature, or even set exceptions. For domain filtering, the default action is to deny everything. So for this demo, I'm going to create an allow rule with a priority of 100 and specify a domain. What this means is all other requests should be denied except for the domain I specified. Once all three profiles have been created, create and bind them to a security profile group. As you can see on the screen, I'm binding my threat profile, my wildfire profile, and my domain filtering profile. This will be referenced in a firewall rule. Right. The next step, we create a zonal firewall endpoint. This is where I define the zone and specify the building project associated with this endpoint. Advanced features toggles are available, enabling jumbo frame support as well as wildfire. Lastly, we have the opportunity to associate the endpoint to VPCs and additionally bind a TLS inspection policy if we plan to do TLS decryption. After some time, the firewall endpoint will be deployed. The final step is to create a network policy firewall rule, defining what flows to inspect. Setting the action to apply security profile group will intercept the traffic and apply the specified security profiles for this flow. In our demo, I have a VM attempting to access multiple sites and downloading various files. I will configure an egress rule to 0/0 on TCP port 80. Now that the firewall rule is deployed, let's test this out. From my VM, I will make multiple requests to different domains. As you can see, domain filtering works as expected. My request to all the other domains are being denied, but the permitted domain is being allowed. Next, I'll make a request to the allowed domain, but this time attempt to download a malicious file. Wildfire detected a threat and blocked it. We can confirm this by viewing the threat dashboard, where we can see the threat details. As we wrap up the demo, you've seen the mechanics of how the new Cloud NGFW features like Wildfire and domain filtering work in a controlled environment. Now, the next logical question is, how do these individual features fit into your company's broader cloud environment? I'll provide a quick case study of an enterprise customer in the HR workforce place. They had micro-segmentation and compliance requirements. They wanted layered security with different controls at each level. More importantly, they did not want to deal with managing the scaling of VMs, licensing, or content and OS updates. The solution, you guessed it, Cloud NGFW. Since Cloud NGFW is transparent, no architectural changes were required, thus making adoption seamless. Using secure tags checks the micro-segmentation requirement. Hierarchical firewall rules gives you org-level controls. Advanced threat and file blocking requirements covered with Cloud NGFW Enterprise threat and Wildfire features. Allowing traffic to only sanctioned sites, Cloud NGFW Enterprise domain filtering got them covered. This customer has successfully leveraged Cloud NGFW across their environment to meet their security standards. Back to you, Tom.
That's awesome, David. Thank you. You can scan this QR code to learn more about Cloud NGFW on the Google Cloud website. Thank you so much for joining us today.